Necrons versus Blood Angels. Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, another battle report for you with the new Necron Codex versus the Dirty Blood Angels. So we are playing only war. Currently we have 4 objectives, but we're playing the relic one where only one objective will remain. On this side of the table, the 1500 points worth of Blood Angels. We have 2 attack bites with heavy bolters on. And then we have 2 squads of 2 speeders, hurricane missiles and heavy bolters. We've got a captain there at the back helping them re-roll their ones. We then have a Furioso Dread with some scouts, close combat scouts. Then we have a large squad of Death Company, some Thunderhammers in there. And then here we've got 2 more squads of close combat scouts. And then in reserve we've got some vanguards. They're going to deep strike in with a chaplain, and they've all got Thunderhammers and storm shields. On my side of the table I am playing an Outrider Novokh Detachment. We have a Cryptic there, and he's got the Veil of Darkness for his relic. We then have 7 Scarab Swarms just here, of course in the building, the other half of that unit. We then have another squad of 7 Scarab Swarms. We've got 5 Wraiths, another 5 Wraiths, and another 5 Wraiths there, with another squad of 7 Scarabs. In reserves I have 2 squads of 9 Flayed ones. Like I said, it's 1500 points. This is going to be a fun game. Okay, so the Blood Angels player is working out on his cheesy stratagems he's going to put on me. In the meantime, let's roll off and see who goes first. Necrons will get +1 because they finished deploying first. However, it's not enough. A 6 for the Blood Angels and a 4 for me. Let us re-roll this for Seize the Initiative. Oh, 5! Oh, not quite. Okay, so it's going to be Blood Angels, turn 1.
You made me poop my pants. You did it.
Actually, we need to find out which objective we're going to fight over.
Oh, yes, I've got.
Okay, so Blood Angels are going to go first, but first of all we need to find out which one of these relics here on the table we are going to be fighting over. So let's randomly choose a relic. Which one's that?
Probably that
2.
1, 2, 3, 4. That one.
That one.
Uh-oh, in trouble.
Okay. Apparently it's this one over here that my wraiths are on. Okie dokie. So, Blood Angels, turn 1. Okay, so Blood Angels, turn 1. Started off using 2 command points, allowing their Death Company to move and advance for free, and then move again, heading towards my wraiths just over here. And then everything else here, apart from the speeders, advanced forward slightly. Got the Vulnerable Dreadnought there making a charge towards me. I had some long shots coming in from the 2 speeders and also from the bikes onto my Wraith unit. Just here I lost 1 wound from all of the shooting. And then I was assaulted by the Death Company with their 2 Thunderhammers in there, and I saved every single wound that came in. And then it was my turn to assault back, and I killed 5 of the Death Company, so just 2 Thunderhammers remaining. And that was Blood Angels turn 1. So we're going to move on now to a Necron turn 1. Okay, so Necrons turn 1. I kept these wraiths in combat with the 2 Death Company, and I managed to kill those. I've positioned the scarabs on the pieces of terrain here, just on the edge, just to try and get them a little bit closer in range for when I have to move and advance towards this objective. In the meantime, these scarabs circled the objective, and the wraiths that were just hiding behind here have moved up and circled that position too. I used the Veil of Darkness with the Cryptic in that piece of terrain and then deep struck both units of flayed ones, just in a nice central position. And then I used 1 command point to give my wraiths that were just here adaptive sub-routines. And I managed to advance 5 inches. So I moved 12, advanced 5, ready to assault this dreadnought. This dreadnought's going to be quite nasty if it gets close to the objective, bearing in mind I've just got 1 gun on the table, a Staff of Light. So I had to assault, and I rolled a double 1. So I had to use another command point to re-roll 1 of the dice. I only rolled a 3, but I was just in range to get into the assault. I managed to take 4 wounds off of the Dread, and I lost a Wraith in return. And that was it. That was my turn 1. So we're going to move on now to Blood Angels turn 2, bearing in mind that they do have some reserves. Okay, so Blood Angels turn 2. The Dreadnought was here in assault, came out of assault, just fell back, and everything else positioned, ready. They didn't come in, did they?
Oh yeah, I brought them in. Did you not see?
They're still in reserve, I take it, yeah? Okay, so turn 2 for the Blood Angels. So the Dread that was in assault with my Wraiths just fell back, and then everything else here positioned themselves to shoot the Wraiths, including the Scouts. Every single gun went into the Wraiths. I lost 1 Wraith in total. The missile launchers that finally got through just did 1 damage. No command points were wasted on that reroll. So that was it for turn 2 for the Blood Angels. Let's see what happens in turn 2 for the Necrons. Okay, so Necron turn 2. Just moved the Scarabs on the edge of the piece of terrain there, just so that I can hopefully jump from one piece of terrain to the other quite conveniently. And with the Wraiths that were there just up towards the objective, I also advanced them a few inches. And then the Wraiths that was over here, I just went over to the Scouts and I managed to kill them in the assault. That was it. A quick turn 2 for the Necrons. I've got no shooting here in this army. Okay, so turn 3 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so Blood Angels turn 3. Main focus once again, my Wraiths. All of the guns shooting in. Took a couple of wounds off and a Wraith. 2 Wraiths were left for the long charge from this Dread, who managed to get in and then wiped out both of the Wraiths. Blood Angel's opponent is very, very happy. He's killed some Wraiths. He also put his reserves right the way over in this corner here. He said, no way am I going over there with the objective and all those Wraiths and Scarabs and flayed ones. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plans to win this game as we move into turn 3 for the Necrons. Okay, so Necron turn 3. I just repositioned the Scarabs this time, advancing forward into the piece of terrain, and then the Wraiths just here hiding out with the other unit of Scarabs, just trying to protect the objective. And then I charged the flayed ones and the Wraiths onto the Dreadnought. The Wraiths managed to kill the Dreadnought after the flayed ones took a couple of wounds off. And that was it. So, I'm going to move in now to turn 4 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so Blood Angels turn 4. Everything basically shot in. The heavy weapons onto the Wraiths, which I managed to save all the invulnerable saves that came through. However, the Scarabs didn't quite survive so well, with the heavy bolters coming into them. I'm down to 3 bases. As we move into Necron, turn 4. Okay, so turn 4 for the Necrons. I sent one of the Scarab Swarm units up over there. I advanced them using a stratagem to try and assault the pesky Scouts which are behind that building in case they come in, use some sort of stratagem to try to get to the objective. I did however fail the assault. I moved the other Scarabs that were just behind here onto the objective, and then I advanced up with the flayed ones and the Wraiths. The flayed ones tried to assault but got really bad assault roll. However, the Wraiths got in and killed the Scout squad, and then the Scarab Swarms went into the bikes. I lost 1 base from Overwatch, and then I lost 1 base in the assault. I did no damage back. And that was it. So we're going to move in now to turn 5 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so Blood Angels turn 5. I think the aim is to try and kill as much of my forward-facing army here as possible. The guys at the back finally got into some action, went into the Wraiths after some shooting from these guys, split between the Wraiths and the Flayed ones, lost a couple of Flayed ones. The Wraiths took a little bit of damage from shooting, and then these Thunderhammers took a couple out as well. I killed one guy back, and then we carried on this assault and nothing happened. So we're going to move in now to the Necron turn 5, the last turn. Okay, so Necron turn 5, the game is over. I basically charged up here, took the Wraiths out of combat with those guys and put them into the assault with the speeders, did a couple of damage. Scarab here just survived, just about. The Flayed ones went into these guys, loads of attacks, re-rolls, etc. I killed no one. And then the Flayed ones were just wiped out with those. Well, they got Thunderhammers, yeah? Yeah, Thunderhammers. The Cryptic got into the assault but did no damage. These just advanced forward slightly for a long range assault but failed. So I'm still on the objective, which obviously was in my deployment zone, so it was always an uphill struggle for the Blood Angels. However, we had a lot of fun rolling some dice there. Beam me up.